You're listening to the Arcane Focus Network.
Previously on Star Raiders.
You pull the car inside.
All right, Astra, tell us what we need to make this car a beast.
We'll need to reinforce this.
Exactly. I'm sure we'll be able to find something.
You catch sight of it's a grocery store. There's a group of 4 humanoids, and they go up to the door and go inside.
What happened to your planet? Where did all these undead come from?
They came very quickly. It started around the museum. Sick went to the hospital. It started spreading from there.
All right, so we're off over in the top left, right. We're in the top right of the screen, right? Yeah.
We're off the screen.
We're near the zoo.
Northeast east.
And so we're in the supermarket. We stocked up on food and fuel, I'm guessing. Is there fuel in there? Have we stocked up on fuel?
The code word for today is going to be, can we hand wave? I don't want to go on a gas collecting mission. Can we hand wave?
You don't want to grind? Can't we do some grinding? I want to grind some.
I don't want to grind at all. I want to fucking... I want to roll.
I don't know if we've got enough rations in this supermarket. Yeah. We need to collect 10 Twinkies each.
No, mate. All I want to do is go into the sewers and fight rats for 16 episodes.
I agree that we've probably had some travel, we landed, we fought those zombies, and then we traveled for a long time in a car.
It was the never-ending night.
Well, I feel like we need to cover some distance. I'm kind of with you, Ben. I feel like we need to hand wave some shit and make some moves today.
No, I mean, I'm more just I think we do need to decide what our next point of action is, right? I'm guessing that's our next thing.
Yeah.
All right. So we stock up with supplies, including food and gas, and we go back to the car, and we jump in the car.
Well, they've just got jerry cans full of gas in this supermarket?
Of course they do.
Supermarket of the future. Mate, you press a button, you bring your car around, and it just teleports fuel into the chamber. See you later.
So last time he was saying that because we're in a major city and the power's still on, that we'll be able to find petrol stations along the way. So there is that.
Yeah.
Great. Are we going for the spaceport? Just to be clear, that's the objective, right?
Well, I mean, the exotic
we have to
zoo
discuss
sounded
this,
good.
what we want to do, right? We have to discuss what our next point of action is in game. I don't know if we've started yet,
Okay.
Tom, or you peace out.
I mean, specifically, there's a few things that you need to run by me. Namely, your gas situation. Food you find, gas you do not.
Okay.
In terms of finding things throughout the city, I was talking about battery recharging stations for environmental protections and things like that. I didn't mention gas.
Mm-hmm.
If I did,
grinding time.
Perhaps you might find some. But
so what we want to do is all of the cars that we see around us, we want to spend the next hour going through and rolling checks to see if we can siphon gas from them. We want to see if we can wedge open the petrol tank and then siphon the gas out of them.
Yeah.
Well, where are we going? What are we doing? What do we want to do, right? What's the goal?
Well, I thought we were trying to get off this zombie-infested rock.
I agree.
And get to the spaceport.
There's a question. I guess I'll be... all right. I'm looking around. Everybody, we just collected our food. Maybe we made it back. Did we make it back to the car area? Where are we having this convo?
Yeah, so you collect all your food up and you guys head back across. You take your time so we can hand wave all the stealth checks, things like that. And at this point, maybe you're back in the warehouse. You've loaded up the car with some of these supplies, and maybe you're just taking a little bit of a short rest to kind of have a chat about this sort of thing.
All right. I still want to investigate these creatures, because I can do detect magic and I can get information about what caused this thing, if it indeed has a magical component. there's potential if, like if we find the source of the magic and we can stop it, at the very least the dead they won't continue to rise. Maybe we could even stop it. That would just save a lot of issues. But I don't know. I think I want to get off this planet. But I'm also aware that we don't have a straight shot way. I don't think we know of a way off because we've missed the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the spaceport is too obvious. You know what I mean? To just go there and get off world. Like, from a character perspective, I think that's the place we would logically go. We'd go check it out, see if there is anything there that we can use or get off the planet. And then, like, that's metagamey as fuck. But that's sort of, like, the gamer in me knows that we're not going to go there and find a ship. But the player that wants to play the character properly knows that we need to go there to check it out.
Well, I don't know. I agree with you. I'm saying let's say the characters themselves. Like Tiny thinks. I think that areas that are likely to be swamped with zombies are what we should avoid. So the spaceport seems like a key place that we should probably avoid because that's where, or at the very least, it's a big focal point. Tiny's trying to think of, like, are there places that have damaged ships that we can repair? Like a scrap, yard or something that we could try and cobble something together since we're conscious. You know what I mean? We have some great mechanics. I don't know. You know what I mean? Or is there, like, the military might still have some stuff? Or, I don't know. I think that's what Tiny's
like Government House, surely there's some rich politicians that, like, had an escape plan. You know what I mean?
And didn't make it, right? If we could get a list of all the ships that exist, or that could potentially the evac routes and see if any of them, like, we saw a few crash, right? So maybe we can repair something?
Yeah.
Or, like, do we know where the rich area of town is? Is that a thing that exists in this city?
Yes, and Tom, do we know if we could potentially repair a ship? Like, is that even a feasible option? Because if it's not feasible, we gotta stop. We gotta think rationally. Because I don't know what our skills are in this world compared.
That would take at least days, if not weeks.
Oh, for sure. You know but I mean, like days and then a sure way to get off planet's way better than, like, forever.
Yeah, I guess it's something to focus on and build towards, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe we just need to embrace it and we'll become the kings of the wasteland. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or but if we can't deal with that, then we should deal with the problem at hand, which is what's raising the dead.
Yeah. There's
I'm
also
conscious
that.
We haven't tried to make any comms off-world, like, and report in or tell people what's happened or call. Like, do you think that's an avenue we could take?
That's an interesting idea. I mean,
yeah. But why would they send a ship to come and collect people when we tell them, oh yeah, there's a bunch of fucking zombies getting around and we don't know what's causing it. There was a sickness here before. Come and rescue us, please.
Well, here's my question.
Yeah. Do we know if the corpse army...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go.
This is exactly... I think we're on the same wavelength. Sawbones. Do we know if... If there's the corpse fleet, right? If they are behind this or someone's behind this and they want to collect their army or whatever, they're coming, right? There'll be an off-ramp. Someone's going to come for unless the goal is chaos on this planet, but that seems a little unnecessarily complicated for that. If someone's going to come, then if we go to where this is being controlled from, maybe that's a way off the planet as well. So that might be a legit way off if we can figure this out, because otherwise, if someone's intelligently doing this, then they have a way off.
Well, then we need to hit up the museum.
A museum or the religious place, because they said the museum was had artifacts from the sacred copy, right, or copy or whatever.
Yeah,
Kopai.
Well, I mean that and, like, Government House, because maybe they have some kind of, like,
connection,
documents on it, or like someone has a computer there that they were sending messages off world to whoever's controlling this shit, or that introduced it, sort of thing.
Yeah, and
I think potentially someone that didn't want to be part of the Pact Worlds. And it's like, nah, fuck the government. I think this is a bad idea.
Oh, that could be
I
it,
need
too.
to stop it any way I can. Yeah.
Do we know if the corpse fleet have any enemies? Like any natural? Like, is there someone who would really want to
Everyone.
stop the corpse fleet?
Like the Pact Worlds generally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if there's any more like specific than that, but they're against the Pact Worlds. They don't agree with the Eoxians being a part of the Pact. They're like undead forever sort of thing.
I mean, Brandon's in our control. Does Brandon have? This is Ben asking, and it's sort of metagamey, but it's not because it's the understanding. I mean, I'll phrase it in a not metagamey way. Maybe I'll phrase this out loud to everybody, saying, "This seems mystical in nature. Has to do with like raising dead, and dead has to do, raising dead has to do with religion. Is there anything you can do, Brandon, or your God can do that can give us like a shield from these things, or are you just you're clueless as us?"
I know he could do like mysticism checks or mysticism checks.
I'm just guessing. I want to know if he has turn undead. Basically, that's my meta game. But if it's not, it's really can you mystically get someone to get the fuck off if you're God, strongly. I don't know this. Like Tanya doesn't know any more than Ben.
Yeah, I don't think that exists in Starfinder.
Okay, if he has no concept of that, it'd be like, okay, so are we heading towards the museum? Is that the goal? To see if we can figure out what's causing this?
I'm okay with heading towards the museum.
I mean, the museum is essentially because we're in the top right
mainly
of the screen,
it's on,
right?
Yeah,
it's on the way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Mainly because it's on the way. Like, I feel like from a character perspective, we've been seeing ships take off. I feel like in the last 8 hours, right? Like in the, as we were approaching, we were seeing ships taking off and all of that. Like, I feel like we would be holding out some hope that there's some straggler ships at a spaceport or something like that.
100%.
That we might be able to get on. So I sort of feel like we should try to get to the spaceport and check it out from a character perspective, but a stop by the Planetary Museum on the way to see if we can learn more about it, what's going on before we get off world, feels legit.
Well, we've been seeing planes take up, or ships take off. Like, where have we been seeing it? Would that have come from the spaceport, or will we have seen it off to the, left or right of the spaceport? Like, would we know where the ships were taking off?
That's a good question.
So I guess that over time you all would have seen some. Based off of your knowledge of the city now, I would say, try and determine location. I would say survival.
12.
7.
Oh, 19.
I got a 1.
What did Brandon get?
You got a 16 for a... Fuck. Sorry, it was an 18 for a 29.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Jesus.
Wow.
Brandon has a plus 11 to survival.
Yeah, wisdom-based skill. Astra, you could see that they were coming from various places. Maybe there was one that came from more of a central area during this time. It's difficult to properly recall all of this. Brandon would know that he could confirm that there was at least one that did come from that central area, but the others, there didn't seem to be a pattern to where they came from. They came from various places throughout the city. Perhaps you could assist him with a piloting check, talking about trajectories.
Okay. All right. It's a plus 17. Ooh, sadly for a 19.
So where are these rolls in Starship Combat? You don't think any of them were coming from these evac zones?
Yeah, right.
Lingering questions are, what's causing this rise from the dead, and also in Tiny's mind is, would we rise from the dead if we weren't infected?
We've established it's not medical what's happening, right? Like, it's like they may have a plague, but I've rolled medicine 1,000,000 times and it's...
From memory, yes.
The disease, it was inconclusive. Every time it was inconclusive, and we saw that the disease kills the people of this planet. We haven't seen anyone else who's been infected that wasn't of the same race. But we also now know that the disease happened before the zombies started reviving. The zombies started reviving.
So on the 10th, the dead started rising. and
we
arrived
were
in system.
in the drift.
Yeah, we were in drift at that stage.
Yeah.
We arrived on the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd been 10 days already, yeah.
Can I make a radical proposal that we continue this discussion on the road to the planetarium or the museum or where the fuck we're going?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's try and get there.
I hope there's a planetarium.
Yeah, I agree.
There.
I mean, let's go. Let's just go, right?
I'm gonna ready my tactical cross bolter and take up shotgun position in the passenger seat of the car, sort of poking the cross bolter out between the legs of the chair that are protecting me.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
We'll head on out to the museum, guys. What do you reckon?
Sounds like a good plan.
Aye, let's do it.
On the lookout for zombies, dead bodies, trying to get as much info as possible. If we see a solo one, we'll stop, and gas as well. That's our next course of action.
All right, everybody, let's load up and roll out.
Righto.
So you're heading towards the museum.
Yeah, we're going to the spaceport by way of the museum.
Sure. As you start driving along and you pull out, there's more and more debris and bits and pieces and things like that on the
Dense.
streets.
They're getting more dense.
Cars that are stopped. You can see maybe there's like zombies inside banging on the windows. You do see bodies
Do they have
along the street.
disease markers?
What are they like?
Are you stopping and inspecting every single one you see?
I mean,
We're gonna
like,
slow down.
We'll drive slowly past.
it's like a car crash. Like, we all slow down, all look.
Yeah, you slow down you're like 4Ks an hour as you just slowly idle by.
Over time, that will affect the travel time.
Sure.
Yeah, it'll take a little while.
Take some time.
Take some time.
And there's there looks like there's been a bit of a traffic accident off to the side, and you can see there's a large truck that is mounted the sidewalk and ended up flipping over on its side. It's like a tanker, and there's a crack in it, and there's this almost luminescent liquid that's dripping out.
Ooh.
That's never good.
And as you are driving past, the radiation sensors on your suits start ticking up.
The Geiger counters.
The Geiger counters.
No. Are we still in safe range?
That croaky sound they make is so creepy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it gets like a little bit higher, but then it begins to fade as you drive past it.
Fuck, what was that? What? Does anyone know what that stuff was?
You want to stop the car and check it?
Well,
No.
No.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Oh, great. I'm glad we didn't stop and check it out, guys. I don't want radiation poisoning.
Yeah, I turn around and I high five you.
Yeah!
No radiation poisoning
Okay.
today.
I'm glad how much more upbeat you are today. Tiny, last night you seemed very cranky. I know you were trying to sleep, but
yeah, for real. But I can't do anything when I don't get enough sleep. You get that, right? Technomancing the stone is very clear. You got to get your rest in because that's how you recharge. Also, you got to buy a lot of bars from him. He sells it on his home website along with a lot of apparel on his Patreon account. You got to buy that stuff, otherwise you're never going to be a real technomancer. It's just science.
As this continues on for the entire car journey, you're driving along, and things are starting to build up a little bit more. One thing that you do see as you're driving through, it seems to be maybe there's a few office buildings in the area, and you see there's a food vending machine that is just like completely full. And as you're going past, the translation roughly turns into this machine creates food.
Ooh.
And it's just like completely full and squished up. And there's like a green light blinking on it.
Are we stocked up on food?
Yes.
Okay, well then.
let's strap it to
cool.
the top of the car.
I feel like let's continue.
Wow. Guys, do you see that vending machine over there that looks like an obvious trap? Person says in character. So, wait, it creates food?
That's what it looks like. That's what the translation says. It's like, it makes food fresh.
Like a replicator.
It's like a mush that's been squished up right up into the glass at this point.
Oh, that doesn't sound appetizing at all.
Yeah, no.
That's 100% a gelatinous
We blast
cube.
on. We blast on.
I take a photo of it. Just parts of the wasteland, documenting the journey so I could have a scrapbook later.
Squished up with old food? Or like protein paste or something?
Do you want to stop the car to have a look?
No.
I mean, like, I really do now, but like
No.
no one else does because it's obviously an ooze or a fucking like mold monster or some shit.
Obviously an ooze or a mold monster.
Hey, or some shit, okay? It's a gelatinous cube. It's a mimic.
Whoa.
I'm not playing D&D.
Mimics on the streets. Very common in these parts.
Mimics on the streets. Da-da-dee-da-da. That one I'm proud of. That one I'm very proud of.
Yeah, that was good.
You continue driving, and you actually do see there is a zombie that's been trapped under a car.
Ooh.
That's been turned over on its side, and you can see it's like.
Hey, y'all. Let's stop and pull up closer to this if that's all right, so I can do a little investigation, do some detect magic.
Okay, we'll drop you off, and we'll go back and check that vending machine. What do you say, guys?
And double back on that vent. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Yeah.
We'll see you in 5.
I strangely feel safer by the pinned zombie than that obvious trap of a vending machine. Yes, can we stop?
Yep, so Astra pulls up the car as close to the zombie as she can with an
tactical
easy
exit.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Okay.
Burzin like steps out of his side of the car. He's like scanning the area with his advanced plasma bolter.
Give me a perception check as you're scanning the area.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Sawbones stays seated in his protected shotgun position, but also sort of starts scanning the horizon for any movement.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
That is a 9 plus 7, so 16.
Okay.
So Bantam's gonna crab out the door and like sit perched on the roof, scanning as a backup point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tiny, you go up to this thing, and as you do, it starts reaching for you and grabbing at you, but it can't reach you. It's pinned.
Whoa, buy me dinner first, am I right? Okay, so,
Burzin laughs from over on the other side of the car.
So I'm casting detect magic, and I like to view it as like he takes his wrench out, and then he pretends like it's a tricorder from like Space Star Trek. As like he's just like scanning the area, 60-foot cone.
Did you say Space Star Trek?
Yeah, he
What?
Either way, I wanted to see if I can detect. So each round, I concentrate on the same area. You can determine if one magic source you detect is from a spell, magic item, or other effect, and the caster level or item level of the effect. You can't determine if there are magic sources in the area you can't see, or if there was a magic source in an area at one time but that has since expired.
You can't quite nail down. This is different from things that you've experienced in the past. There's something more going on here. Even this detect magic can't determine the exact type of spell that did this, but there is some necromancy happening here.
All right, guys.
What do we got?
All I got is that it's more necromancy and it's something I haven't seen before.
Fuck.
But I think we already knew that, so let's go.
On to the museum, everyone. Come on, back in the car. Roll out. Go, go, go.
All right, we're back in.
You guys drive along, and you're seeing more and more carnage as you go through, whether it's blood pooled on the road, car accidents, bodies, and the occasional zombie perhaps feasting on a corpse.
Oh, so they do eat
Or
the corpse.
staggering around.
Gotta eat something.
As you are pulling up to a particularly difficult section where perhaps you have to really slow down and maneuver, you see from behind a car this large robot that I could only describe looking like a Dalek starts wheeling out in front of the car. And it's painted all white, yes. And it stops and it turns and it faces you.
Is it blocking our path?
Yes.
Okay.
A little screen comes up on it. Zoom. And it has a little eye on it. And it goes, welcome, visitors. Can we interest you in coupons for the mall?
Telepathic message to it
We have
to fuck off.
coupons for Millennium Luxury Mall.
But Burzin doesn't even telepathic. He just sticks his head out the window like, get out of the way. Move. Move.
You do not wish to have 10% off at the following vendors.
Get the fuck out,
Starts
out
listing
of the way.
Very well.
Burzin, we gotta hear
You
the
have
deals.
declined. And it turns and it like starts playing a little tune as it wheels away. Discounts.
Well, that bus probably caused a few accidents. Let's go.
No, Tiny, I don't want to hear the discounts. Come on, let's go.
You never want to hear the discounts.
Anything we need, we'll just take. We don't need discounts. Okay, Tiny,
Yeah.
take your discounts and shove it. Okay, maybe I need a nap because I'm getting a little
I
cranky.
feel like you do
Okay.
need a nap. You're getting mad at discounts. And you love discounts.
I don't have a problem, but what do I need them for now?
As you drive further, things start to get even more dense. The buildings start to get even taller, and things are even more of a mess. You can see out the side of the window on a street corner, there's a Capaxi just standing there and just facing you, kind of watching you as you're going past.
Do they look diseased or zombie-like?
From this range, perception checks.
How far away is it?
Like maybe 30 feet.
Oh, natty 20.
20.
That's 25 for Burzin. Just like squinting at him, eyeing him off.
He doesn't look sick.
Want to send a telepathic message?
Yeah.
Hello, friend. That's not the voice. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
See him start looking around, and then he looks at the car again.
Yeah, he's not a zombie. He's not a zombie. I tell everybody.
We all like put a hand out of the window and wave.
And he starts moving towards the car slowly.
Friends, wait, stop. We might kill you if you threaten us. Just heads up. We're friendly.
He keeps walking.
I don't want to kill you.
Keeps walking, and he says,
You will die today.
What?
You won't make it.
By you? You're gonna kill us?
and he's still walking towards the car, still just kind of like almost stumbling.
Yes.
Oh, he's saying that we're gonna
look at
die
you.
today.
Oh,
He's saying
you're
that.
not ready for this. You're not ready at all.
Let's
He's
go,
getting closer.
go, just
He's
go.
just-
Let's
I,
go.
just
no,
fine.
hang on. I
Yeah.
switched to my my injector pistol and load it with a flower sedative, and I shoot him with it.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
It's going to be a 14 plus 7 for a 21 to hit.
That's it.
So I used that
And what
special
did you do?
serum that I crafted from the Vestimal tea flowers we picked up many games ago. When I tested it on Tiny, he was paralyzed for 15 minutes. That's the one. Roll a
D6.
Roll a D6. It's going to be a 4.
So he gets the paralyzed condition.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's go.
Should we kidnap him? No, we should kidnap him. He's the only alive person we've seen so far. We should, take him with us,
No,
right?
okay.
No,
Sawbones,
hold
he was
on,
saying
hold on.
some really fucked up shit in my ear.
Yeah, you don't know what he was saying.
Yeah,
Sawbones,
so
he
we
was
don't know what
saying,
he was saying.
you're gonna die, you're not prepared, you're gonna die. I think he said, I'm gonna kill you. There's a lot of
Wait,
he laughed like he was crazy.
He's been wandering a fucking zombie wasteland for the last 10 days. The guy's probably
I don't
damaged.
think I'd pick up a hitchhiker at this point,
Well-
let alone an insane paralyzed hitchhiker.
Okay, well look, I just thought he might be able to help. What a waste of my fucking
What?
Vestimal tea sedative.
Oh, wait, hold up. Is he infected? We should check if he's infected.
Would you like to stop and get out and have a look?
Okay, so I put on the brakes, put it in reverse, go back to the body.
Run him
That's
over.
now paralyzed to the ground. No.
Hey, Astra, come on. You didn't have to run over the guy.
I don't run him over.
Hey, if you say so, I didn't see nothing.
Who's getting out to look?
Sawbones, go.
Well, I thought you didn't want to know about this. Okay, I'll get out
we
and
should
check.
find out.
Fucking hell. You fuckers can't make up your minds. So I get out, and so he's still paralyzed, I assume. And I'm going to probe him with my custom micro lab and find out whether he's showing any signs of early infection, as far as I would know. So I'm assuming it's medicine, in which case it was a 24.
He doesn't appear to be infected.
It doesn't appear to be infected. Maybe he's just a really big asshole.
It's a shame he's alive, because it'd be a real good experiment if he wasn't. But let's not murder a guy. Let's just go.
Well,
If he wasn't alive, we'd know if they would rise from the dead. That's important.
well,
to us.
I mean, no one would notice, you know. We're on a zombie-filled
no,
planet. Anything
okay,
could happen.
I'm sorry I suggested
No.
that. Let's not murder a guy in cold blood. Let's go.
As you guys are driving along, you pass a gas station that has no gas painted all over it.
Great.
The Bowsers look like they've been ripped out.
Wow.
If a gas station has no gas, is it still a gas station?
It's just a station.
Yeah.
You're really, really posing a strong philosophical question there.
I know. It's what I was going for.
As well, you drive past it looks to be a delivery truck that is doesn't have a driver in it, and the back of it is closed.
Ooh. See, now this guys I'm interested in. Maybe it's items. Maybe it's full of hybrid items. Who knows? Huh?
I think we gotta keep going.
We'll give it a little check.
I think we
Give it
gotta
a little
keep going, Captain.
check it out, guys. What do you say?
Come
on.
Can we all just keep going?
Guys.
Oh, I'm just going to keep driving past it.
Nice.
Ah. And like, but Buzz is just like
driving.
hands up against the window. Little sad face. He's just disappointed.
You're not the captain of the car.
As you're snaking your way through these cars, it's becoming more and more maze-like. You reach a point where the way is blocked, and you would have to physically get out to move the cars or attempt to try to nudge them with the car, or perhaps both.
Looking at the space maps that we downloaded, is there like an alternative route to go around this blocked spot?
Sure, you can give it a try. Go around some sideways and things like
Yeah.
that.
Maybe we just go quickly past the delivery truck guys. What do you say? Come on.
And as you're going back, you pass there's two of these zombies start stumbling towards the car, and you keep on driving. You find another way through, and as you're going down one of these side streets, you see another two zombies coming towards the car. They're away from the other ones, though. Like, you kind of drive away from the other ones, and these two are stumbling towards you.
Burzin, upset that we didn't get out of the car and check the delivery truck, just takes a pot shot at one of the zombies.
Oh no.
Cap, what are
Give
you
me an
doing?
attack roll.
I'm bored. 21 versus EAC.
You hit it, and the sound
Oh no.
echoes through the streets,
Oh,
and
I'm
they
so
start
glad
running.
This'll entertain you,
God.
Burzin.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting it. It's a
Oh,
it's a
you
plasma
weren't
bolter.
expecting
I wasn't
a
expecting
massive
it
amount of
to
zombies to rush forward at the nearest sound when you fired a gun at them for no reason because you were bored?
Hey, I hit it.
Astra, what are you doing? They're getting closer.
I'm gonna.
Closer.
Yeah, I want to like drive as quickly as I can, and it's like away from these things.
Okay, give me piloting. Driving quickly
Okay.
through these narrow streets.
Yes. All right. So piloting is a plus 17. Okay,
I did
so
11
that's
points of damage,
sadly
by the way.
3. So I got 20.
So you're driving along. You manage to, rack it left and then racket ride again, and kind of following the maps as you're going along, and you continue back on the main path.
All right, so we're out of danger, yeah?
For the time being.
Like from those, yeah, okay, so I'm going to pull over, pull the handbrake up real fucking hard, like so the car comes to like a proper stop, and I'm going to turn around, give the dirtiest eyes to Dan. Not Dan.
To Dan?
Yes, to Dan.
To Dan. Be like, don't you do that again. Okay, you understand? Not again. And I'm going to stand there like staring at him with my finger out.
I go into my files and I find like stored videos of technomancing the stone, and then I like airdrop them over to him. Like, if you need something to occupy your time, just watch this.
You kind of get back around to this main road, and you're driving for a little while longer, maybe another 20-30 minutes, and you notice there's a gun store.
Ooh!
That is heavily locked up.
Ooh. This tickles my fancy.
Do we need anything?
I like guns.
Every time we stop, it's a risk of things, coming after us and fighting and resources.
Tiny, the way we get through this is to be armed to the teeth. We need grenades, we need guns, we need better armor.
With these zombies, it's all about crowd control, We need shotguns, we need explosives, we need grenades, flamethrowers, anything that can control the mob.
We need high-capacity, rapid-fire weapons, okay? As much damage we can put out on these things as we possibly can. Astra, pull over. We got to get into this place.
Righto. So I'm going to pull over to the side. Wait, is it safe to pull over? Like, there's no zombies nearby?
Give me perception checks from everybody.
All right. Ooh, that's a 20 for a 25.
9.
21.
It's a natty 1. I rolled a 1, a 20, and then a 1. I don't even have to throw this dice.
Maybe about between 50 and 100 meters away, there's a pair of these zombies kind of stumbling in your general direction.
Can we get around to the back of the weapons store or something? Or is there any alleyways, or it's just like a storefront?
Yeah, it's a storefront.
Come on, let's get into this place.
All right.
So you park the car, everybody's getting out?
Yep.
Burzen nudges Brennan. Come on, kid, let's go. We move as a unit, guys. Gets out. He's scoping over the top of the car to see if there's anything else around.
So as you're approaching this store, you guys are all keeping an eye out, watching your corners, all that sort of stuff. You head up and there is a very heavy looking steel doors. If there was windows, they're now again covered by these large heavy shutters that are over it. And you can see that there is an electronic interface.
I'll deal with this.
I'm going to assist, please.
Engineering to disable device.
Engineering. So I do assist.
I got 28.
Okay, great. Yeah. So that's a total of 30. So you get in there and you start working this thing. You pull it open, start crossing some of the wires, messing with it, and it's kind of like Han Solo trying to get into the thing. It closes first, but then eventually you get it. And you see it just go, and at this point you can see that these zombies are getting closer and
Come on.
closer.
Where are we at, guys?
You can attempt to use an athletics check to attempt to pull these doors open.
Why does that strike me as this party's weakness?
Yeah, I got a +2.
I got a +3.
-1.
I've got a +1.
Okay, Burzen steps up and puts his shoulder against the door.
Yeah, I go to the other door and put my shoulder into that one.
Try and help.
I got a 5. I'm not helpful.
Oh, I helped. I helped a lot.
I rolled a 21. I rolled a 21.
Mm-hmm. So Astra was on one and Burzum was on the other
Yeah, but
one.
mine wasn't very helpful.
Burzum, you start to hear this as you start pushing this thing open, and it starts grinding a bit, and you guys hear as these things start running towards you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Ah, damn it. Yeah.
Well, that was a shit
Oh.
roll from the last good one.
Same.
Ooh, that's a 20.
Horrible roll.
Natural 2.
I just rolled 2 natty 2s on 2 d20s.
Okay, anybody get more than 20?
Yep, 26.
Whew.
Yeah, I know.
15 to 20?
Nope.
Nope.
10 to 15.
11.
Keep going.
Okay. Less than 10.
9 for Burzin
5 for Tiny.
and 3 for Brandon.
Whoa.
Okay. We are theater of the minding this, people. As you do this and you like pull these doors open a little bit, there's a hail of gunfire that hits the other side of the door,
Oh.
and some of it
Oh, that was unexpected.
comes through with a bit of cover there. That is going to miss you, Burzin.
Ah! Ah!
And we go to Astra.
Whoa, 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 we're friendlies, we're friendlies. Can we come in? I'm going to start screaming in the direction of the doors in translated speech. And I'm actually going to let Bantam take the first shot towards the bad, zombie things, not into this door.
Okay, so at this point, they're about 60 feet away.
Okay, so if I have a weapon that has a range of 40 feet, what was the penalty on my roll?
-2 for each range increment, plus a bit of soft cover because
What's
of
a
debris
range?
in there. So it's going to be a -4.
So that's 16 plus 5 minus... Oh, so it's +1, so it's 17 to hit.
17 is a hit versus
Nice.
CKC, doesn't matter.
Yeah, see? Okay, so that's a D10. Give me a second. You know how I go with these D10s. There we go.
Yeah, you got to identify them first.
6.
6 points of damage, okay.
So I'm going to draw my weapon and point it away from the door, obviously, but down towards the bad guys, and I'll shoot as well. Still calling out to the people and say, can we come in? There's zombies everywhere. All right, so I'm going to shoot with my semi-auto. Okay, that's a 7 plus 2. Oh, no, plus 6, sorry.
That's going to miss.
No, that still misses. If it's an 11.
What? Yeah,
Yeah,
the
sorry,
13? The 11?
Okay.
No, because they're getting some cover from the
That's
cars
fair.
and stuff like
Yep.
that. No. And you hear yelling from inside. It is without a doubt a Kopaxi as the translation is coming through like a half a second after they're talking. And saying,
Shut that fucking door! Get away from my shop!
Can we come in? Please, there's unfriendlies.
I said no! Pop, 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 pop.
You should probably get away from the door. Maybe go back to the car.
that's a miss against Burzin.
Ah!
I mean, he's got a lot of weapons.
And we move to Sawbones.
I'm going to take up a position resting my tactical crossbolter on the hood of the car and unleash towards the nearest zombie. And the range of my crossbolter is 70 feet, so I won't take a penalty. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Are you versus EAC or KAC?
Okay.
No.
Oof.
Okay.
As you can hear them. And we move to Burzin.
Yeah, Burzin with his back against, his shoulders still up against the wall, the door. I just want to take a quick peek through the crack if I can to see this guy or see the shop.
Sure, yep. Quick look around, perception.
I rolled an 81. 9. For 6, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see anything. You kind of quick look. Maybe there's glass reflecting or something of the actual door, or maybe it's a little bit too dark inside. You don't see anything.
Do you want to roll diplomacy or bluff? I get an extra D6 on top for bluff. I'm going to roll diplomacy. We don't mean you any harm. We just need to come in. There's undead out here. Come on, you need to let us in. Okay, this dice is going to fuck off now because it's rolled another natty 1.
Oh.
Wow, dude,
Not
that's real
That's
bad.
that's the one you got me, Tom. Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks for that. Thanks, friend.
You're welcome. Hey, that's my pleasure.
I go to Old Faithful. And I'm guessing that's a what's it called? Standard action in combat to try and diplomatize with someone?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're attempting a diplomacy check. I would say so.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you do so. You call out, and you hear back, I know there's zombies out there. You shut that door, or I'll kill you where you stand.
Oh, okay. Goodbye. Not my turn anymore.
Cool. All right, great. These things are moving. What's their speed? Oh, yeah, nice.
They were
40?
fast.
Let's see, because as the crow flies, they're 30
Ooh.
feet. Let's do a percentile to see if they'd be able to reach you guys. I like this.
Yeah, because
All right, so I'm going to give it a 30% chance to one of them to reach Sawbones and the other one to reach
they're
Astra.
like climbing on top of stuff to get to us because they were getting cover from stuff before.
35. Damn. Okay, doesn't quite reach you, Sawbones.
Oh, no.
Astra, you're safe. 74. So they double move like that. They're getting closer and closer and closer, and at this point, they are pretty much right on top of you guys, 10 feet away.
Like, compared to where the car is, where are they? So we're at the door. Cars to say right. Where would they be?
Sawbones, aren't you on the hood?
I'm like crouched behind the hood with my tactical crossbolter resting on the hood. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So it's about 25 feet away from you, Astra, and about 10 feet from you, Sawbones.
10 feet's still very close. So not enough time or space to jump in the car and floor it?
Because there's always time to floor it.
Well, I mean,
That's why we have dice in this game, to see if you can do it, though.
it's not my turn.
We've all got another turn before they go again. So
Tiny, you're up.
How close are they to each other? Are they within 20 feet? I want to try and blind them.
Sure. Of you? No. Of each other? Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to race up to them and I'm going to scream to everybody, get in the car! I'll hold them off! As I race up to them, I'm going to activate my flash blinders in my suit. They need to do a reflex save.
Okay, so, I mean, you might catch Sawbones in that unless you want to move away from the car.
I'm trying to get Justin away just to get them to, yeah. I'm moving away from the car, I realize, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to have to move further away from the car. Okay. Okay, I get a reflex, is it? A 9 and a 15.
Fuck you. The 15 is exactly what one needed. The other one's blind for a round.
Okay, 1 pass, 1 fail. All right, so where you stand right now, you would be, I mean, the car is there. Sawbones is just behind it. There's one 10 feet away. So you're currently 20 feet away from Sawbones, 10 feet away from the other zombie, and 20 feet away from the other zombie from getting into the car. Yeah, you're like right around the other side. Otherwise, the zombies are between you and the doors on the passenger side. Okay, because you guys are pulled up and you went left. Okay, and Brandon.
Brandon is going to target the one that looks like it's been blinded by the light.
Yep.
He is going to unleash an azimuth laser pistol shot at it. It's a 15 versus EAC.
15 is a hit.
For 2 points of fire damage. Pachoo, pachoo. I got you.
All right, and then we are back up the top.
All right.
Astra, you're still leaned up against this wall
Yeah,
or whatever.
well, I'm going to run back to the car and jump in and try and start it as quickly as I can with my cool reckless gloves on. What would that be?
See, now, Murray, I'm going to ask you a
Yes.
question here. If when you guys pulled up, I asked you the following questions, 2 of them. 1, do you leave the keys in the ignition? 2, do you leave the doors open or do you close them? What would have been your honest answer to those?
Yeah, but I would have left the keys in, but the door's closed. Everyone that's ever seen a zombie movie leaves the keys in the ignition.
All right, you run up to the door and you open the door. So 1 move action to move up, and other move action you open up the door to the driver's side.
Okay, so that's my action. And so I want Bantam to crab crawl on top of the roof and sort of like cling on and shoot from up there.
Okay, Bantam was already on top of the roof. Am I correct in saying that?
Oh, he was too. Yes, no, he was. Well, in that case, he's just going to shoot.
Okay.
Shoot her! Yep.
Okay, so he gets +5. That's a 19. That's a 24 to hit, which I'm pretty sure will hit.
Yes.
And then it's an EAC. That's 4 on a D10 of fire damage.
Okay.
And that's to the blinded one, just in case.
There are some more shots that ring out through this door. And there's nobody standing in the way. But yeah, several shots ring out through this hole in the door. I said get! And we move back up to Sawbones.
I said get!
So I'm crouched next to like one of the front doors on the hood.
Yeah, you're resting on the hood. To your right, the door has just been opened. Astra's just opened the door like she's running up, and she's opening the door looking like she's about to jump in. You're there resting on the hood. There's one of these things 10 feet away from you, another one about 20 feet. Both of them are within 10 feet of you, I should say.
Yeah.
And Tiny's off to your left as well.
Is there a way I could dive into the car through the open door without provoking an attack of opportunity?
You could get in there with one move action. I mean, you're small enough, maybe crawl under the door or something, and as it opens, you jump through. You know what I mean?
Dive in through the window.
Yeah. I've got Moxie as well, so there's so many ways I could get in. All right, so I'm going to leap in and jump into the passenger seat and stick my crossbow out the window and take a shot.
Okay, there are some... you guys put up some stuff specifically on the passenger side windows, so I'm going to give them some cover for that, but you could certainly fire out. Go ahead.
14 plus 6, 20.
Yeah, that's a hit.
5 damage.
Yep. All right, great. So you are able to still see the one that has been hit so far, so that's the one that you did hit. And we move to Burzin. Burzin, you're up. You're there, like kind of up against the door there. Gunfire just it's hitting the door and coming out. What are you doing?
Burzin's gonna lie. So he's gonna... Burzin says... first I'm gonna roll the check to see if I can do it.
Look at that. That's pure rage behind those eyes.
Oh, yeah. I just rolled another natty 1 on a different dice.
He cursed
my God,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
For a 15, no less. But he's gonna yell out, "Sir, we're a group of soldiers. We're here to help. You need to let us in so we can resupply." For 15.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. Like a natty 1 skill check isn't an auto failure. But, one would...
He got a natural 20, didn't he?
Fuck you, Tom.
One would consider this guy hostile, which would make this exceptionally difficult. Not to mention, I just rolled a natural 20.
Cool, guys. Cool. Yeah, cool.
Man, I love this dice. The clear dice. I love it.
Is there a response or just gunfire?
I heard that one before. Last week. You'll find him in the alleyway dead.
Well, sir, you're an asshole. Burzin just runs back to the car.
Leaving the door open. Ha
Okay.
Yeah.
Suck that, buddy.
I hope they get in. I hope they get in now and tear you apart. We'll come back soon. Bye.
No, God dang it. No, shut my door. Dag nabbit.
Right. We move to the zombies. And they have a hankering for some flesh. And there seems to be some delicious lizard in front of them. The blinded one. How long is this guy blinded for?
Until for a round, basically. So until I go again.
He moves up to you. And it's going to make an attack. And I think you might be okay. Because it got a 16 versus KAC.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Ooh, okay. It's slashing at you with its claws. And it misses. Let's see here. I'm going to roll a d6 here. Let's say 1 to 2 Tiny, 2 to 3 3 to 4 Astra, 5 to 6 Burzin. Let's see. And a 5.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be 5 or 6, 100%.
Yeah.
And
Unlucky.
comes right up to Burzin. And this one is going to claw at Burzin.
Natty 20?
Close. Total of 24 versus KAC.
Yeah, sure. That hits.
And Daniel, I must ask, what is your KAC?
17.
You take 6 points of slashing damage,
Ah!
and you are grappled.
Oh, get fucked.
And we move to Tiny.
Okay, so can you please explain where everyone is in relation to each other?
Yes. So currently you are 20 feet away from the front of the vehicle, and there is a zombie who is right up in your business, base-to-base contact, as it were. At the driver's side of the door, Astra is there, about to jump in. Sawbones is inside the car, and Burzin is around at the rear driver's side door, and he's at that door, about to open it when the zombie comes around to get him. Can I ask, where's Brandon?
Yeah, he hasn't run off yet. No.
Okay, yeah, so Brandon's still up at the shop, which from you is probably, I'd say probably at least 20 feet, maybe 25, 30 feet away.
Okay, I haven't done this yet in the game. I'm going to cast a spell on them. I'm casting Incompetence on both of them. Mm-hmm. And the class of weapon of my choice is natural weapons. So if it succeeds, they do not get their bonuses. They lose all proficiency with that type of weapon. Well, for the yeah, for 3 rounds.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it's a will save.
All right, one right next to you, Natty 20.
Ooh.
The other one did not fare very well. Will 6. So that's the one on Burzin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
Very
Natural
good.
weapons.
Yeah, it's just like
What a hands. I don't even know what a hand is.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Excellent. Very cool. And we move to Brandon.
So first of all, Brandon is going to take a shot at the one on Burzin with his azimuth laser pistol. That's a fucking 6, so I guess that's a miss.
Yes.
And then he's just going to run back to the car.
Okay, like jump through the driver's side that was open.
Yeah, like he gets to the door that Burzin opened, and
you can open it. You can get through the driver's side door that is currently open. You know what I mean?
And then climb back. Yeah,
Yep.
okay, he'll do that. And then climb into the back seat. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Nice. Okay, you guys hear the as this door closes again.
Oh,
guys,
damn it.
I am on 20th Street because I rolled a fucking another natural 20 for the athletics check to close that door. This is amazing. I only wish they could be on attacks. That is my only wish. And
You need to sneak into his house and take that dice away from him.
It
Take
has
that
rolled
die
really
away
well
from
in
him.
most encounters I've seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it roll below 10.
It's weighted.
Yeah.
It's weighted. 100% weighted.
the crystal
Cheater's
ball,
dice.
as I call it. No, it's not, because you can see through it. So it is perfectly balanced. And the universe gives me what I need.
I don't think it's perfect.
Sure it is, mate. It's perfectly balanced to
Plenty
always roll
times that
20.
it taketh away. But let's move to... Yes, Astro.
I'm going to jump in, start the car. So that's what Astra's going to do. How many
Jump in,
actions is
start
that
the
part
car.
going to take?
So you move in and move action to start the car.
So that's 2 actions?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then Bantam's just going to take a shot at the thing that's clinging onto Burson.
Okay, so he turns around and takes a shot.
Yep. So that's a 17 to hit.
Hit.
That's not going to... Oh, it does. That's KAC, yeah? No.
Yep. Doesn't
Yes.
matter. It's a hit.
Okay. And that is a 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. Nice one. Astra laying it out. Well,
Yes. Well,
Bantam,
it's not me at
laying
all.
it out.
But yeah.
and then we go to Sawbones.
So I'm going to drop my tactical crossbolter and use my... Do I have that in this game? Yes, I do. My quick release sheath to unholster my injector pistol. Then I'm going to use a full attack action And I am going to take 2 shots at the one who is fucking with Burzin, who's got a grip on Burzin.
All right, yeah, go ahead. It's still going to get some cover.
I'm going to roll twice. So there's going to be a couple of biohacks attached to this one. 25. Yeah, okay. So 20 and 18.
Yes, both hit.
Okay. So they're going to get 15 damage total.
Jesus.
And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so
dealing it out. And it's going to be hit with a basic inhibitor, which will give it a -2 to its AC.
Okay, great, excellent. You do the thing.
Huge.
You're assuming it's working.
Huge.
You don't know. You haven't used this against these undead before with their undead immunity.
Oh, well, there are other ones. There are
Okay.
other biohacks that only work against living creatures, which I'm specifically not using those.
All right, and we move to Burzin.
So Burzin, having been grappled by this thing, he's just gonna he's gonna shoot it right in the guts with his advanced plasma bolter.
Excellent.
For a 19 versus EAC.
That's cool and all, but as you do so, it attempts to attack you, and it's just like... So it's holding on to you, but it doesn't seem to be able to attack you.
Because it doesn't understand how to
opportunity
So it
attack.
can't attack. What? That's so mental. So
I've been waiting to use this spell for a while. Incompetence. Just like, I don't know how to do this.
Wait, it's not mind affecting, is it?
Incompetence? It does. Yeah, mind affecting. It does. Yeah. Doesn't work on them? All right.
As it gnashes its teeth at you, Burzin. That's a 19 versus your KSC.
Oh, fuck. That just hits.
That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a fortitude save.
Not
Is this a
again.
spell or spell-like ability at all?
No.
Ah, fuck. 8.
Okay. 8, huh?
Yeah, you heard me. That's 12 points of electricity and fire damage.
You shoot it in the guts, and you finish it off. All right, great. As this thing kind of falls off you.
He opens the driver's side back door.
All right, and this other one, Tiny, is going to attempt to hit you with his claws. I wonder if I'm going to get another natty 20. Let's see.
No. Please. No. No.
Holy shit! It's the crystal dice. It's like the crystal skull, but actually good. Okay, this is going to be pretty tasty.
Totally weighted clear cheaters dice.
Roll twice. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Yeah. Oh, well, there's worse things in the world. So that's 15 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Look how cocky he is. Look at
And
this prick.
as a natural 20, you are grappled.
Oh, no.
Everyone's in the car, and, this last one, Burz's shoots it in the guts. He jumps inside, and as you guys, last of you jump in, you see this thing just grab onto Tiny and start attacking him, grappling him. You're watching this scene unfold outside the windscreen. And we move to Tiny.
Tiny, come on! Oh no, Tiny, no!
I'll try and attack it.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I need you to do a reflex save.
Is this a ranged attack or a
No,
touch
it's
attack?
a burst. Cone-shaped burst.
As we said last sesh, this one would still provoke. We found out after the fact, because a burst is considered a ranged magical ability. So it would still provoke. Touch attack wouldn't, because it's melee range, but this one would.
Okay. Reflex save. And it can get a free
Okay.
attack.
That's going to be a miss with a 12.
Alright, it takes 12 points of fire damage.
It disintegrates.
Oh, yes.
Like, what's her name in Terminator at the gate? Like, Sarah Connor at the gates.
I'll gingerly open it up and sit inside. Glad we stopped for the guns that I didn't want. What a great choice we made.
Well, the zombies are dead now, so we can...
Yeah, we could go back there and actually get in.
Or
But there's a
we
guy in
could
there
not,
with
because he's
an
going to keep
arsenal.
shooting at us.
Yeah, we'll just send Brandon in to explode his head.
Why are we murdering some guy who's holed up during the apocalypse?
Because he's got guns.
If you want to try and haggle with that guy, I'm all down. If you want to go murder that guy, I feel like that makes us squarely not the good guys. We're the baddies.
I mean, the dude's hostile. There's probably no real way we could get in there. I can't actually make another diplomacy check with him for another 24 hours, apparently. So unless anyone else has a good diplomacy score, I am of no use to you here.
I'm not diplomatic at all.
I'm slightly diplomatic.
I'm up for driving on.
Sure. Let's drive on.
And you drive on again towards the museum. And we'll leave our session there for today. Star Raiders is an Arcane Focus Network production. Be sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You'd be amazed how much it helps us spread the word. Looking for more adventure? Head to arcanefocusnetwork.com.